Hi everyone, welcome back to another Diablo Immortal video. So in this video, I'm just going to be showing gameplay of Kion's Ordeal. Now this is a gameplay element which is only available if you're an Immortal in this game and not a Shadow. So this is only available to Immortals. And I'm just going to be showing what it's like to take part in Kion's Ordeal. So to access Kion's Ordeal, if you go to the Immortals tab and Activities, there will be a section here that's Kion's Ordeal over here. And it will take you directly to where you need to go. So by recreating the ancient ordeal of the first immortal, Kion, immortals demonstrate their devotion to the reign. Officers can call a group of elite immortals to follow in Kion's opened by the immortal leader, a lieutenant or an officer. Supports up to 48 players per challenge and limit once per day per player. So by taking part in Kion's Ordeal, you help the immortal reign overall, but you also get legendary crests, you get aspirant keys, you get mystery legendary items, you get dominance, you get Daedalus' blessing, and you also get chance for some free loot in a bit of a lottery, which I'll show. So this is where Kion's Ordeal is in the Hall of Ascension. You've got the Immortal Vault, the Rite of Exile area, and then Kion's Ordeal. And this is the guide to the Ordeal NPC. We must fulfill Daedalus' calling. If we fail, I fear that the land will be razed by an unquenching fire and all life will choke on the ashes. So this is the entrance. If you click on the entrance, you can sign up here. It tells you on the left how many people have signed up. So here, this is 5 out of 45. And it basically tells you the level that you are. Now, this is level 5 Kions. When you first start the Immortal Reign, it will be level 1. And if you click on the Immortal and the Reign tab, and then click on Strategy, here you can see Eternal Crown, the Vault, and there's a section that's Kion's Ordeal. And this starts at rank 1, and you can only do it once per day on rank 1. But as you gain increased ranks for Kion's Ordeal, you can open it more times per day, so more people can take part as well. Obviously, you can only complete it one time a day, but it just gives lots of other people opportunities to take part in Kion's Ordeal because they might miss the first time. So when you're in an Immortal Reign, you can decide what timings to have for your Kions, and when you get up to rank 5, obviously you can open it more times per day and it gives more people opportunities to actually take part. So here it says difficulty unlocked 5 available daily, how many dominance and Daedalus' blessing you get for doing it. So if we click the information button here just to get another overview, so only the Immortal, a Lieutenant or an Officer can initiate Kion's Ordeal. Immortal elites can attempt to defeat the 4 Tormentors in their domains. Each domain can only hold up to 12 Immortals for a total of 48 participants. Slaying a Tormentor increases the power of all remaining Tormentors. After defeating all 4 Tormentors, the Immortals will gain Daedalus' blessing, increasing rewards from Elder Rifts. An Immortal can only participate in Kion's Ordeal once a day, giving them a chance to earn powerful equipment. Higher difficulties of Kion's Ordeal will unlock as the Immortals advance in the Age of the Reign, which is achieved through accumulation of dominance. Only one difficulty level of Kion's Ordeal can be chosen per day, which directly correlates to how many instances of Kion's Ordeal can be run that same day. Any unused instances will not roll over to the next day. The legendary crest reward can only be earned once per week. So it's definitely worth doing Kion's Ordeal at least once per week to get that legendary crest. And then do it as many times as you can attend just to get the Daedalus' blessing, the dominance points, and also take part in the lottery at the end. You might get lucky with a decent legendary gear. So all you have to do is click the sign up button here and you'll be added to a list on the left. Now, if there's too many people, for example, there might be an officer trying to decide and manage the participants, like who can actually join. You can sort of tick who's allowed to join. You can swap people, for example, or you can allow entry by default. So an officer has control over who actually joins the Kions. If someone's done something really bad, they can obviously kick them out of the Kions for that particular week. For example, if they're not taking part in certain rules that are placed for that Immortal Reign. And as you can see, it shows you the recommended combat rating as well. The lower difficulty levels will have a lower combat rating, and difficulty 5 has 42,785 recommended CR that you need to take part. And you can see here it says you get aspirant keys, mystery equipment and dominance. So once you've signed up, you just have to wait until an officer actually initiates Kion's Ordeal, and then you can enter, which I'm going to show now.
The cycle begs us to fall, like the Immortals before us. But stopping the inevitable is not purpose enough. We must mirror the lives of the ancients.
So it's best to keep an eye on the Immortal chat, because as you can see it says an officer has initiated Kion's Ordeal. So that lets you know that somebody has initiated and it's time to actually enter. So when you click again, there's an enter button that pops up, and this will allow you to enter Kion's Ordeal. So this is the area of Kions. You'll be split into groups, and you can see there are 4 areas which you can go to. They're the 4 Tormentors, the 4 bosses which you have to kill. And they've all got their own names, and you can see their healths on the left hand side are at 100%. And there's basically a countdown to when the Kion's Ordeal begins. But what's basically happening is an officer will be making sure as many people are in the raid as can get in. So they'll have an idea of how many people signed up to that Kion's, and kind of wait until roughly that amount of people have entered. You might get a few stragglers that have missed it, that have forgotten about it, or waiting outside, or gone and done something else. So an officer would usually have a certain time when they are, like a deadline of when they're definitely going to start. So you just give it some time until a lot of people enter, letting other people join, and then the officer will actually start Kions, and we can start killing the bosses. So it doesn't really matter where you go, as long as you split yourselves up between the bosses, and it's really not that difficult now. I remember when Kions first came in the game, and it was actually a decent challenge at the time, and now it just seems to be really, really easy anyway, so it's not bad. You can see in the officer chat, I think Lala B is just mentioning that there's 1 missing, so the officer had an idea how many people actually signed up, and how many people are actually missing. And you can have a look at the overview of Kion's Ordeal when you're inside as well. So there's a bit of information about what you need to do. And as you can see, I clicked on the bosses as well. Okay, so this Kion's Ordeal has begun. Kill all the Tormentors. So we're entering the portal, and basically we rush towards the boss. So this one's Monarch. And as you can see, you just have to work together, kill the boss, and take it down. And you can see in real time all of the other bosses' health on the left. So you can see the percentages of all the other bosses. Now the idea is you kind of want to take them down at the same time to avoid any bosses getting enraged. So it's a good idea to sort of take them down at a similar time. And that's the key to sort of winning Kions. When you've killed one of the bosses, what you can do is you can exit the portal like I've done here, and enter one of the other portals to help out. So here we go, I've entered one of the other portals and running to the other boss here, Balazos, and helping to kill him, taking him down, and that's it, that's victory. And you can see one thing you don't want to forget is there's a chest that drops when Kions ends. You want to make sure you collect that chest first. So you collect all the spoils. You can see I've got a legendary item there. I got 2 legendary gears, that's pretty cool. And then when enough people click on that pillar in the middle, it basically does this animation, and you head back to the entrance area to stand near the gift you want to receive. So that's basically Kion's done in terms of the actual bosses. When you actually enter the first boss, you can't exit until you've killed it as well. That's worth mentioning. So you can see these circles on the floor. They're like lotteries now. So you basically pick which item you want to receive and have a chance to get. You can see there's a timer on the left, so you basically got about 45 seconds from this point onwards, and I have to decide which of these do I want. Do I want shoulders? Do I want legs? Do I want chest? So have a look at your gear, see which one you'd like to increase the stats of, and try your luck in one of those circles. When you've got a much larger group of Kions, obviously the chance of getting one of these drops reduces massively. This is a very early Kions, and there's not many people in, so there's a higher chance of me getting one of the drops. So all you have to do is stand by one of the circles, and as you can see there's a timer that counts down, and it's basically like a dice roll. Whoever gets the highest number will get that legendary item that you've selected. So I got 70 and the highest points was 74, and Fnatic won that one, so I did not win that item. But basically you have 4 chances of this. So even if you don't win on the first one, you have another 3 chances, and the rewards will increase as it goes on as well. So there's only 4 to pick from, but that does increase. So this one's offhand and main hand. So I'm going to try my luck over here. So I'm standing on this circle. And you can see there are people that are leaving here. That's because either they don't want to take part in the lottery and they're just happy with what they've got. You know, they don't want to gamble on one of these, and it does take a bit of time to get through these, so they might just want to leave. And the other reason is if you have some rules in place. So for example, if one of the officers says it's not free for all, so you're only allowed to get 1 item and leave, that's why some people might leave as well. So I said good luck to Lana here, but then she moved to a different circle. So trying my luck here. 81 was my points, but the highest was 86. So even with a minimum amount of people, I got unlucky there. So now you can see that there are more circles to try your luck on. So you've got more chances of getting one of these items, and there's a lot more things that you could potentially obtain here. So I'm basically having a look at my gear to see, okay, what is it which I could improve on? Is it the legs? Is it the chest? Is it the shield? Is it the helm? So this is a good chance when the countdown's happening, just to review what you've got on in your character, and then decide what you'd like to gamble a higher item on, and just stand in that circle which you want to try and get the drop for. And if you're lucky, you might be able to get it. So as you can see here, I haven't really got much competition. So I'm on the shoulders here. And once again, you just wait until the counter goes down. It shows you like there's 10 seconds left. And there we go. I won with only 16 points, but I didn't have any competitors. But I just wanted to show what it looks like when you actually do win one of these prizes. Okay, so another round of rewards has popped up. So it's just a case of running around again, deciding which one that you want to go with. Maybe it might be the same one that you didn't get lucky on last time and you want to have another try, or you want to try and pick something different. But yeah, you just stand in that circle, wait until the timer goes down, and yeah, you've got a chance of getting another legendary item, and it might be a decent one, you never know. So it's always worth trying these if you can. You never know how lucky you're going to get. And as I've already mentioned, this is a particular instance where it was very quiet, so there's obviously a higher chance of me actually getting something. And obviously I won something there with 36 points. So I got another shoulder legendary item there. And that's it. That's 4 out of 4 of the lottery chances. Now you can see people are just starting to leave the raid. It's pretty much done at this point. And as you can see, look, these are the portals which are left open. And you can just explore them until the timer runs out. It shows you where the bosses were. And if you go back there, there's not much you can do really, but they leave the portals open anyway. And that's pretty much it. At this point, you can safely exit Kion's Ordeal and you're done with that event. And that is basically what Kion's Ordeal is like in Diablo Immortal when you are an immortal in this game. Now, if you're at the entrance, if you try to click on it again, and if you try attempt to sign up one more time, it does say this feature cannot be accessed again until tomorrow. So it just shows that you can only do it 1 time per day. And in this instance, it shows that it's been open 4 out of 5 times today. And as you can see on the left, people are already signing up for the last Kion. And there's 21 out of 48 people. So that's basically how Kion's Ordeal works. Hope you enjoyed watching that gameplay video, and good luck with the lottery if you are an immortal and you're attempting Kion's Ordeal. What I'll do is at the end of this video, I'm going to just show one more gameplay of another boss in Kion's Ordeal. what happens in the center pillar afterwards and that animation, and also showing my luck at one of the other circles. So hope you enjoyed watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Thanks a lot. Bye.
Death is patient. No, the endless abyss! Give it more time. That ability must recharge. No, not yet.